let's be very clear about this. This was well organized. It was organized online. There was the goal of killing Nancy Pelosi. There was the goal of killing Mike Pence. Put that together, you have this mob that's focusing on decapitating the head of our constitutional government. The goal to kill the number 2 and the number 3 leaders, the number 2 and the 3 constitutional officers in the United States of America. And it was explicitly stated. We also found out this weekend, of course, that while Donald Trump was watching this, he was curious. He was confused, not that all hell was breaking loose at the center of American democracy, but that more people around him weren't as excited as he was at the chaos that was going on. As Ben Sass said, all reports from inside the White House, the senator said that Donald Trump was delighted and excited while he was watching the Capitol riot go on. And let's call this what this is, okay? I said a couple of weeks ago, we need to just start going by definitions. Okay. All right? Let's stop trying to figure out what Donald Trump is, what his idea. He's a fascist. I said that well before this happened. He encourages violence. And this is not new. You know, I'm not going to even say her name. Is a writer that I've known for some time and respected. But one writer said that Donald Trump's turned bad. That Donald Trump said he turned even darker. Well, you know, that would be kind of hard for Nancy Pelosi and other people whose lives have been threatened over the past 4 or 5 years to decide that Donald Trump's just turned bad. Or why don't we talk about what he said during the campaign when he kept talking about violence like a fascist leader does? Remember in August when he talked about Second Amendment solutions, that if we wanted to stop Hillary Clinton from getting elected and appointing Supreme Court justices, that Donald Trump said there were many in the crowd that could engage in Second Amendment solutions. I wrote at the time in the Washington Post, 2016, that Donald Trump had once again crossed a bloody line. And this time there was no coming back from it, that the Republicans needed to drop him as their nominee for president before something tragic happened. But they continued letting him do this after Charlottesville, talking about enemies of the people, praising a congressman for beating up a reporter who had just asked a question about health care, constantly glorifying violence. Who does this? Who does this? Fascists do this, and they have throughout history. Mussolini, read Mussolini's biography. What did he do? He would go out, he would give speeches, and right at the top of anything you read about Mussolini, he rose to power by inspiring people to go and attack and invade and to trash government buildings in Italy. And this was, we're going to show you a little bit of, in fact, I don't know if we have it right now. Do we have a little bit of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
This is very powerful.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, born in Austria 2 years after the end of World War II, talking about how he grew up with broken men who believed Hitler's lies. And it was one lie stacked on top of another lie, stacked on top of another lie. And those men believed those lies. And they, and Austria, and Germany paid the ultimate price for it. Here's Governor Schwarzenegger.
Now, I grew up in Austria. I'm very aware of Kristallnacht, or the Night of Broken Glass. It was a night of rampage against the Jews carried out in 1938 by the Nazi equivalent of the Proud Boys. Wednesday was the day of broken glass right here in the United States. So being from Europe, I have seen firsthand how things can spin out of control. I know there is a fear in this country and all over the world that something like this could happen right here. Now, I do not believe it is, but I do believe that we must be aware of the dire consequences of selfishness and cynicism. Our democracy has been tempered by wars, injustices, and insurrections. I believe As shaken as we are by the events of recent days, we will come out stronger because we now understand what can be lost.
We do understand that, but as Governor Schwarzenegger said, we now know, as we always have known, who Donald Trump is. He has revealed himself, and he will be driven from the public square. He will lose relevance. He will be chased by prosecutors for the rest of his life.
So far, the tech community and the golf community has chased him away. We'll see what the actual justice of our country does.
But the question is, what about Kevin McCarthy, a guy who actually inspired these traitors with his seditious words? What about Jim Jordan, who's getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Donald Trump, forever debasing that? Ask people who actually wrestled with him as a coach when he was in college whether he deserves anything.